What up, YouTube? How y'all doing? I have not been live. I've been trying to get this information off my phone for 5 days. Ain't been able to get it or anything like that. So I finally just said, forget it. I just gonna have to go live with what I have. Looking at my hair. Who was that was talking about my edges? I got some edges, just a little. They coming back in. Still thin up there though. Still thin. Anyway, so how y'all been? Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Shout out to my new subscribers. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to drop video after video after video today and tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to do at least 3. I might have to do some shorts. Oh, I could do some of my book club stuff so we can finish up them books. See, ain't nobody even getting notifications that I'm live. Because I'm out the algorithm. I'm out the algorithm. Mm. Let me call my friend. Hold on, y'all. We about to get into it. Let me mute. All right, let's get into it. D4. How do you pronounce his name? Let me see how you pronounce his name. Is it D4 David or is it D4VD? What is his? Let me see what his real name is. He is only 20 years old. Wow, I did not. His real name is David Burke. Okay, so I'll call him David. Okay. He's an American singer and songwriter from Queens, New York. He is known for his songs Romantic Homicide. There you go, right there. Romantic Homicide and Here With Me, which gained widespread popularity on TikTok and resulted in him being signed with Dark Room and Interscope Records. So he's from Queens, New York. So he was born in New York City. So in September 2025, the body of 14-year-old, so I need to change my title. Celeste Hernandez was discovered inside a car registered to him. After the remains were identified, the remaining tour dates and the release of the deluxe version of his withered were canceled. A cause of death has not been determined. That so his name is that. Okay, all right. That's what I was trying to get. Let me edit this to 14 instead of 15. Where did I delete? Oh my. Here we go. 14. All right. So here we go. These are the five major updates in the David investigation. When a story sits at an uncomfortable intersection of pop stardom, online speculation, and an active legal investigation, clarity becomes a rare commodity. The tension hangs over the latest long crime video of this was his 14-year-old girlfriend Celeste Hernandez. The David investigation is still unresolved, evolving, and increasingly shaped by legal procedure rather than rumor. With reports that a grand jury may be reviewing the evidence, the conversation has shifted from viral outrage to what could happen next inside of a courtroom or whether anything happens at all. So this, let me see what long crime is
I can
saying.
tell you, I've luminol the house. I've done other testing at the house, and there's nothing there that I would say it looks like this is a crime scene, a violent crime scene. But I can tell you, I have seen that document. It is
This
legit,
is the
and
girl.
it did say murder.
As David is constantly in the news, especially now that it's being reported that he may likely be indicted in connection with the death of a teenage girl, apparently found in the trunk of a car registered in his name, we are bringing back somebody who's been looking into this case for quite some time. Somebody who has been on the ground in LA. Someone who has been making news regarding his findings. We're talking about private investigator Steve Fisher. Not only will Steve tell us what he has learned since the last time we spoke to him, but he may have now found the last known photo of this deceased girl, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
This is sidebar long crime.
Okay, before we get into this, it is the new year, and when you think about it, it's taking time to reflect, relax, refresh.
I'm gonna let that be
Starting
right
fresh begins at
there
home, which is
because it's a long time. So, and I think I got this already saved. David's career in jeopardy as prosecutors gear up for unaliving charges. Her body was discovered in early September, day before her 15th birthday. I knew because I had her as 15, so I knew I seen okay, sending shockwaves throughout the internet. David, whose real name is David Burke, which I just told you, fans noticed that the romantic homicide singer was not in an updated list of artists under the record, fueling speculation that the label is distancing itself from him, as they should. David's career has taken a back seat as authorities investigate the death of Celeste, with the singer also canceling his world tour a week after her body was found. His track, What Are You Waiting For, which had appeared on the in game playlist, was quietly removed on Madden NFL 26. While there is no official announcement from Darkroom Records, netizens are speculating that the label might be distancing itself due to legal risk. As of January 2026, no official charges against David have been made. Prosecutors in Los Angeles are presenting evidence to the grand jury that now has the authority to decide whether to charge him or not. Several witnesses have already testified, and legal sources shared that prosecutors believe there is enough evidence to pursue murder charges in connection with her death. Reporting from multiple outlets indicates the panel hearing testimony is expected to act as an indicting grand jury, meaning it could vote to charge David in the coming weeks. The Darkroom Records listed artists are Billie English. I did not know that. Sam Sultan, Stormy, The Favorites, Vincent Masson, Wiz Hey Nothing, Sion Ducat, John Summit, Breen, Adam Clovey, Holly Cumberson, and Wayne Wright. I don't know none of these people except for Billie English. Mark Garagos, he a great attorney, says the DA may be quietly turning to outside experts to rebuild forensic case in the Celeste Hernandez death. They're working to determine the cause of death for 14-year-old Celeste Hernandez, a move he speculates was prompted by growing friction between District Attorney's Office, the LAPD, and the county medical examiner in the high-profile case. Gergel said he suspects the DA's officers brought in two or three expert witnesses to review this. So is Gergel's going to be his attorney? I mean, it's obvious to me that he did it. So David done got dropped from Dark Records amidst the Les Rivas murder, and that was his girl. He was 20, she was 14. That was his girlfriend. Hold on. I'm getting the latest news. Now, they said they found a burn cage incinerator was found at his rented Hollywood home after teen's body was discovered in his Tesla. The incinerator, which was steel boxed and unused, was discovered inside the Dehoney Street residence. Hey, Montel. Oh, I'm from Detroit. Thank you. I'm from Detroit. So he was going to burn her body. So he was going to burn her body. And he was renting that house for $20,000 a month. Wow, he was gonna burn her body. And this is her. See, that's the singer David, and that's his 14-year-old girlfriend. And she apparently was a runaway. she she was listed and found missing person for about a year. Celeste's body was not frozen, Williams said. She was not decapitated. The whole frozen thing doesn't even make sense. See, she was reported missing from her home April 5th, 2024, from Riverside. Her body was found in an impounded Tesla in Hollywood Hills on September 8th one day after her 15th birthday. Singer David has been identified as a suspect in her death last week. All right, let me change this title. Go back to 15 instead of 14. All right, we're going to get into these videos, and I'm getting ready to get me an orange. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Okay. Mm, mm. Let's get in these videos with David because I think I see it because we got to find out what the hell going on. All right, let me get to the oldest one first. Okay. I don't know what my son watching. Damn, I just passed it. Damn, hold on. We about to get into it. Damn, I done passed it again. All right, forget it. I'm just gonna start from the top. That's what we gonna do.
Okay, y'all.
Now this Miss
Mr.
Lowdown. I like Miss
D4VD,
Lowdown.
he's in some serious trouble, y'all. And the police is all up in that tail, y'all. Raiding his house, the tour, everything is going wrong in his life right now, okay? And justice for Celeste, okay, y'all? Justice for her. We're about to talk about it.
Facts.
Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like.
He should never have been having a relationship with a 14, 15-year-old girl. He should not have been having a relationship with a 14-year-old girl.
Share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all
Let me get past that.
sacrifices and all of this stuff. Well, word on the street is this is what.
See, and when I first heard about this, and I forgot to say this, I figured it was one of his sacrifices. I figured it was a sacrifice to advance his musical career. I thought the same exact thing.
Did he sacrificed her? Okay, she was chosen, and this is another thing that I talk about on this page over here. They like people that are naive. They like runaways. They like people that don't believe in stuff like this. These are their main victims. I know this because somebody similar that's close to me right now.
That's true.
Don't believe in satanic stuff. They don't believe in the
Mm-hmm.
things, like this that's going on in the world. And they're being victimized themselves by somebody that is eating this alive, that they don't believe in this stuff. I try to tell people, I'm blue in the face. You don't see people turning you against the people you love. You don't see this and that and that and this, and they don't listen. They never listen. And this person has turned this person's world upside down because.
And I also believe what she's saying, that this was his sacrifice. I believe that wholeheartedly.
They don't listen. And I think this is how how this guy got to her because she was a runaway, didn't want to listen to her parents, and out in the streets, and with older guys and people that was too old to be messing with her in the first place. Because word on the street is Celeste, when she first met this guy, she was very, very young, a little bitty little something. Okay, when she
That's
met
a
him,
fact.
and he got his
That's a
claws
fact.
into her, and word on the street is, y'all, he was planning her demise before he even took her out. He had plans for everything. Everything is coming out now. Everything is coming out. I've been saying this for a long time that this industry is evil. And a lot of things that they are doing, and I tell a lot of people, when you go into these concerts and you getting all cutie pad up and you thinking you gonna get chosen by these artists, you might get chosen, but is it really what you want? You might get chosen to be the next sacrifice to the vice. There's a story out here about Tupac saving a female that was dating somebody in the industry.
That is true. It was the female was dating Aaron Hall. And Aaron Hall, she was supposed to be sacrificed that day, and Tupac saved her, and she came out with the information later. I'm gonna let this video go, but they are on him, and he is being charged.
So the case surrounding R&B singer
This
David
is
has taken
Chronicle
another dark and
Speaks.
disturbing turn. Investigators are continuing to piece together the events after the shocking discovery of a missing 14-year-old girl found in his car. Police have confirmed that Celeste Rivas Hernandez, just 14 years old at the time of her unaliving, was identified by Los Angeles County medical examiners after her remains were discovered inside a Tesla abandoned in the Hollywood Hills. Her body, described as only a head and torso sealed in a bag, was found after the vehicle sat in a tow yard for days, giving off a foul odor. Authorities revealed Celeste had been reported.
So we know that that's not true. She was not decapitated. She was not frozen, any of that. I just read the article by attorney Mark Gergos. So that was not true. So I'm going to go ahead and gonna delete that video. Because that is not true. But he was her boyfriend.
Chart-topping singer.
This is Tisha Tales. I don't like her, but
Billions and billions of views, an almost sold-out tour. His name is David. He's one of the most popular singers out there, especially with Generation Z. But you know what? You may not know his name, but what you need to know now is the walls are closing in.
facts.
This
He's
man
been
had
charged
everything
now.
and was on the rise. Many people said he was set to make legend status. Instead, he is now canceling shows, losing sponsorships, but worse yet, there was a Tesla. If you guys don't know, let me just bring you up to speed. There was a Tesla that was taken to an impound lot because a lot of neighbors said they smelled something foul coming in there, okay? This man, like a true psychopath, still went and performed. Many people, when they heard about the fishy smell in his Tesla, they thought, wait a second, what's going on? Could he have been framed? Could he have been involved in anything illegal? Until the police gave details. What were those details? That there was a body recovered. That body was that of a woman, or so they thought. That woman has been identified, and David is about to go to his jail for the rest of his life. That woman was a girl that he dated at one time. And get this, the age of that girl, who was found in the trunk, 15 years old. But it gets worse.
Yep.
It gets worse. Because this POS still was going to concerts, doing his thing, letting everybody know, basking in his greatness.
Facts.
Okay? He was taking full advantage of his star power, saying he was innocent, didn't know why people were canceling. Guess what? The other shoe was dropped. What's the other shoe? That girl was 13 years old when she went missing. He sang about a homicidal love. And worse yet, he even had that girl's name tattooed to his finger. And the girl's mom said that her boyfriend's name at the time of going missing was David. You guys, we have to get into this because this is too much. Okay?
The worst state to live in right now is Michigan, and
That's
nobody's
a
talking
fact.
about it. I spent
That
30
is a
years in the
fact.
insurance industry. What I'm about to tell you will explain why Michigan pays more for car insurance than any other state in the country, and how you could fix it and save up to 80% on your rate. Let me make this simple. If you're paying over $75 a month, you're being overcharged. Drivers in Michigan are being charged almost 2 times more for the same coverage compared to the rest of the country. Because you pay the most, the industry...
There has been a huge update. Again, the woman has now been her identity has been changed to that of a girl. She is 15-year-old Celeste Rivas. The medical examiner has confirmed. However, her mother told TMZ she believed the remains belonged to her daughter after hearing police describe a tattoo on her finger that read, "Shh," a match to Celeste's. Police confirmed her identity after several days of investigation.
Yup.
Get this. She was discovered wearing black leggings, a tube top, Hello Kitty slippers. You heard me right. She was wearing Hello Kitty slippers at the time of her disappearance. Hello Kitty slippers. What's more, this monster, whoever did this, and I think it's him,
It is him. It's him.
chopped up,
It's him.
put it in the trunk, and she was found badly decomposed. This was not even a 15-year-old, there was a 13-year-old. Ask yourself what a grown man is doing, 13-year-old. Hello Kitty slippers and missing. You guys, hold on. There's even more information that is so startling, it is going to shock you, okay? I was talking to my girl, Valerie Renee. She literally brought this to my attention. What's up, girl? She said, a tweet David made in 2022, I am disgusted. He wrote, when I was writing this, I got a notie from you as you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and your sister again. Take me where I belong, but our circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situations. We gotta push through it, bro. This is what he tweeted in 2022.
Wow.
Do you know that she actually went missing?
Wow.
She was missing at this time. She was 13 when she went missing. Okay? When she was 15 years old, when she was found in bags in a trunk of a car owned by him after her mother said her boyfriend's name. The tattoo that matches one found on 15-year-old Celeste Rivas was discovered in his Tesla trunk.
Yep.
You guys, again, she was last seen April 5th, 2024. She was a Virgo, September 7th, 2010. 5'3", only 120 pounds. She was seen in Lake Elsinore, California. The current age when she went missing was 13. She was born in 2010, you guys. Eyes brown, hair dark. Last seen wearing gray pants and a black sweater, a hat, and Hello Kitty sandals. The Riverside Sheriff Report actually said, if you have seen this missing teen, please say something. So it calls into question, okay? It calls into question, like this tweet that Valerie Renee actually shared. Even prior to her going missing, was she being held against her will?
Now that
Again,
part,
let's read this tweet.
I think
When I was
she
writing
was
this,
in
I got a
love with
notie
this
from you.
David, but he had
As you
no
were talking
business
about
of
wanting
messing
to
with
be
her.
with your mom and sister again. Take me where I belong, but our circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situations. We gotta push through this, bro. You guys, this is insane. This man literally made songs about murking his girlfriend. TMZ says this was a body of a 15. No. She was 13 when she went missing. we talking about? What are we talking about? How is this being able to stand? Why has his home not been raided? If he did this, to this young lady, who knows what else he's done? There is something wrong. Let's not forget that something was badly decomposing in the trunk. And he literally made songs about.
And they found an incinerator that was still boxed. So when he got off tour, he was going to burn her body. That's what he was going to do. You about to cook. I love this guy.
Fuck no, y'all. Y'all remember the body they found in D4VD car? They just came back and said it was a 14-year-old girl, y'all. 14. So they said forensics confirmed this. They said this girl was only 5'2" and weighed 70 pounds. 70 pounds, y'all. What the hell? They describe her as having wavy black hair with a tattoo on her finger that said, shh. So now the question being asked is, who was this girl? And how does a 14-year-old go missing without an Amber Alert? Nothing. No one was looking for this 14-year-old girl?
And we know that that's not true because the mama did have a missing person report.
Nah, fool. This D4VD shit just took a crazier turn. This shit getting wild, fool. Don't let me find out this man had something to do with it. Y'all, so the girl that was found in Davis' car, her name was Celeste Hernandez. And this shit is getting crazy because her mom knew it was her. She ID'd her because when they came out and said that she had a tattoo on her finger, she instantly knew, like, let me go check. And she was right because she was like, that sound like a tattoo my daughter had. And come to find out, it was. And what make it so crazy is this man D4VD coincidentally got the same exact tattoo, y'all. This man feeling the pressure so much so, he decided to cancel his show, y'all. He was doing a tour. He decided to cancel that job. So they did have a missing person report on Celeste. As you can see right here, they said she was last seen in April 2024, y'all.
Yep.
And she was 13.
And the mom said that David was her boyfriend. Okay, I'm going to delete that because we know that. Okay, I'm going to delete that because that's the same thing. I love Marcus Rogers.
So this very disturbing story just broke. This young lady was reported missing at 13. They just found her body. She would be 15 now, decomposed in the back of this artist right here, his Tesla. And one of the strange things is they're saying that they both had matching tattoos on their index finger that said, shh. And so when you look at the context, right, she's underage. Is this some keep it on the low, keep it on the down low? And what's even more disturbing is some of the lyrics where he's saying things like, I killed you in the back of my mind, I didn't cry. And then there's this video where he's covered in blood and he's dragging a body. And so the point is, guys, listen, be careful what you listen to. Stop saying, oh, I can listen to secular music. It's just entertainment. It's not a big deal. In the same way that Saul would call for David to play for him, right? What the spirit that was on David would shift the atmosphere for Saul, and all the spirits that were tormenting Saul would go away.
Facts.
It's the same thing when you invite these artists into your home. You're doing the same thing
Facts.
Saul did, but if they are operating under a demonic spirit or they have a strange spirit on them,
Facts.
okay, now you invite those spirits through your ear ear gates through your eyelids.
Facts.
This is very sad. We're praying for the family, but there's some sick, twisted stuff going on in this world, and you better wake up and get right with God.
He said he set me in public before men about to set you before my father. He said God is the truth, and no matter what the consequences.
One more thing, a lot of people are already defending him because they say he believed in God. Everybody that says they believe in God, that doesn't mean they really follow God.
Facts.
People could talk about God. The Bible said they serve me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. I'm not accusing him. We're going to wait and see what happens, but it don't look good.
Well, he been charged. Damn, I didn't know I had this many videos. What time is it? Oh, I still got a few minutes. Let me do this one.
Out of Los Angeles to the body found in the trunk of a Tesla belonging to a well-known singer. The body identified as a teenage girl missing for more than a year. Well, tonight, investigators are now at the home where that singer had been staying, removing several items. And here's Trevor Ault.
Tonight, law enforcement sources say the LAPD spent hours searching the Hollywood Hills home of star singer David after they say the remains of a missing teen girl were found inside the performer's Tesla. Detectives removing multiple items from the home overnight, including a computer. Police say the Tesla had been abandoned not far from there.
It's a little weird to see a car that I haven't seen here for a long time. Had a big dent on it, had a Texas plate on it. So all a little odd.
On Wednesday, the LA medical examiner announced the remains in the Tesla's front trunk belonged to Celeste Rivas. This image confirmed as her by police. She went missing from this Southern California neighborhood more than a year ago when she was just 13. The medical examiner is now trying to determine her cause and time of death, saying Rivas had a tattoo on her right index finger reading "shh." And while that
Let me
tattoo
turn up
is
my
not
heat.
uncommon,
Oh, shit. I done dropped the phone. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
shh. And while that tattoo is not uncommon,
Let me
photos
turn up my
appear to
heat.
show David with a similar tattoo on his finger. The singer's not been charged with any crime and has not made any comments so far. Tonight, David's scheduled performance at the Grammy Museum next week has been removed from the site. It comes hours after a Seattle concert was also abruptly canceled.
And law enforcement sources say much of this case hinges on the medical examiner determining a cause of death. But given the state of the body, that is proving to be quite difficult. David?
Well, he has been charged now. So he damn sure been charged now. Okay, I don't need to say that because we already went through the raid. Okay, we already know he was in a relationship with her. Oh, I'm gonna show this again. He actually made a song of Unalives his girlfriend. I'm gonna play this again.
I can tell you right now, cops do not like coincidences. And that goes double for cops who are investigating murders of runaway teenagers, especially runaway teenage girls. That fact has got to be hitting home tonight, literally. For the singer known professionally as David.
This is News Nation.
D4VD. I know it's strange, but it's pronounced David. His legal name is David Anthony Burke. And it is quite possible that's the name that was included in the warrant last night that was executed to search the home where he's been living. It's also the same name that's said to be on the title of the impounded Tesla, where the body of a dismembered and decomposing teenage girl was found by police in the trunk, or should I say frunk, the front trunk. That was 1 week ago Monday. If you were with us here last night, you know that that body has been identified as Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose family reported her missing in April of last year. And get this, she may not look it in the
point that David and Celeste had a relationship. There's a live stream that was resurfaced where they were talking to some of his fans, and also a photo of David and Celeste out at an event somewhere in LA in, it appears, October 2023, because there's a photo of David and Billie Eilish at the same event from that date.
Yeah, in October of 2023, she'd have been just turned 14.
Yes.
No, just turned 13.
13, and he So 2023, he would have been 17 or 18.
Yeah, not legal.
Yeah.
Not legal. If
That is
anything,
another part of this. If
yeah.
it was a romantic relationship, yes, certainly disturbing. And we haven't seen anything like sort of PDA or kissing or anything that would make you think that we could say for sure this was a romantic relationship. But what is clear is they spent a lot of time together. What the nature of the relationship is, we don't know for sure yet.
Okay, well, I'm going to skip ahead to
There
something
was
I
a
gonna ask you
relationship.
in a
There
minute,
was a
but I'm gonna go there
relationship.
now. Maybe we don't have pictures or anything of them indicating anything romantic, but there's art. There are songs, and now everything's being looked at through a microscope. Tell me about a leaked song called Celeste.
Yeah, the lyrics to this song now, like you said, looking through today's lens, very interesting. This is a song, it was unreleased, but it did leak on SoundCloud in late December of 2023. Some of the lyrics, and again, the title was Celeste. It says, "Oh Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed."
That's 2023.
December of 2023, right.
Like 4 months before she disappeared.
Right, and actually, I believe there was another time. It appears that I don't know if it was she had run away or just that she was not.
She ran away. She ran away. She ran away.
A missing report, and then again another one in April. So her home life is also something we're looking into because it's clear that this was not a stable situation, and that she was in and out of the house. We also know that, there was a photo, and we don't have a date for this one yet. There was a photo of David in a parking lot in Lake Elsinore, California, which for people outside of LA, that is a place that's about 70 miles east of LA, so it's not like right around the corner. And David was in a parking lot there in Lake Elsinore, which is where Celeste and her family live. They're from Lake Elsinore. So
yet another coincidence.
Yes, and by the way, that parking lot, we looked at it on we geotagged the photo and looked at it. It's about a 6-minute walk from Celeste's home, where her mom lives anyway.
Then there's another singer. There's another song that I find disturbing. It's 2022. And it's called Romantic Homicide. And there's some lyrics there that are disturbing.
It is actually one of his biggest hits. If you look up David's songs on a streaming platform, Romantic Homicide is usually near the top, if not the top song. And some of the lyrics from that song, he says, "In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you."
Well, honey, he about to do all day.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
So now her family.
Hey, what's up, guys? Listen, breaking news in the David investigation. If you guys don't know who David is, oh my God, catch up. He is a super, super famous star. Popularity on TikTok, billions of views, streams. He was set to inherit the R&B throne, okay? Now, what happened? His girlfriend found trunk, okay?
Okay, let me get to the update.
13 at the time they started are going on. So, one, the family has broken silence. And listen to what the family had to say, which leads me to believe this is an
Tisha
ongoing
Tales.
investigation. When I say ongoing investigation, maybe this wasn't his first rodeo. Maybe it wasn't him, but there's somebody close to him, and he's covering it up. I don't understand how your ex, who was a little kid, was found, and you haven't even said, "Oh my God, I'm heartbroken." Speaking of heartbroken, her family has broken their silence. And listen to this interesting message. If you guys don't know, the brother broke his silence via DMs, talking to a popular streamer. But I guess this is the mother going on, okay? They said, in the wake of the tragic discovery, her family remembered her as a beloved daughter, sister, cousin, and friend. They said, as many of you know, Celeste Rivas Hernandez has been identified as the person found last week. Okay? Her family is heartbroken and devastated by this tragic loss. They are seeking help to lay her body to rest. Oh, wow. They need a GoFundMe. I haven't seen the GoFundMe. If I find it, I'll
Wow.
post it. Now, again, her cause of death has been deferred due to her body being severely decomposed, according to the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Office. As you guys know, police discovered her remains while responding to a call about foul odors emanating from a Tesla, which investigator chopped and screwed. For anybody that thinks, listen, also,
Shit, he need to be charged for being a PDO. So now he's not cooperating with the
The
popo.
amount of people coming together, giving to the families GoFundMe, and working together online to try to piece together exactly what happened to Celeste Rivas Hernandez is astounding. The teen was reported missing on Valentine's Day 2024 when she was 13. The Riverside County Sheriff's Department confirmed
Okay, I
Rivas was
want to go
reported
past
missing
that.
last year with Celeste Rivas, or whether they were connected to David in any way. The sources said they themselves took down a post asking for help as they were scared the situation was out of hand. The insider was sickened to hear the gruesome details reported about Celeste's death and said they were desperate for justice. What's heartbreaking is that this case has played out in the public spotlight for years, yet no one has gone to jail or even been seriously questioned. From the time Celeste was around 10 or 11 years old until she was 14, she was allegedly dealing with someone much older, who in turn turned into a grown man while this little girl was still on the run with him, allegedly,
Wow.
at the age of 14,
Unbelievable.
ultimately losing her life.
Yeah, I feel bad for Celeste. Bueno, boy, you knew about that. You were working with David. You were his cameraman when that happened. You didn't say nothing.
Yes.
No, you're messed up. You didn't say nothing when David was going down with that.
He likes what he likes. David likes what
And
he
you,
likes.
this alleged cameraman,
Wow. David likes what he likes. That he a pedo. Wow.
Underboy, unfortunately likes what he likes as well. While going through TikTok, I see that he is 29 years old and he has a thing for flirting with girls who are not even able to drive yet. Now let's get into the tale of the two Celestes. This is Celeste Herrera, who is allegedly 23 years old. She frequently interacts with David on social media.
The girl that I met named Celeste at the Faze house is not the same Celeste.
Wow.
That was
Chilling, brother. Big Interscope Jason. Come on now.
what's up, Sakura?
are you a photo with her?
Yeah, I can't forget.
Hi, how are you?
Celeste, I've been chilling.
So that's older Celeste. She's 23 and she has straight hair. However, it's being alleged that younger Celeste, curly-haired 14-year-old Celeste, was in the Summer Uptown music video with David and Jason, which has since been deleted off of YouTube.
He tried to cope and bandage everything by finding someone that looks like Celeste and could explain that girl on that live stream with those big glasses, because he did enough to disguise her but keep her in plain sight. He did enough to make people wonder, is that really Celeste or is that the one that he's with right now? Because there's something obstructing, like, you know, the features of her face.
He trained you. That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
This is curly hair Celeste Rivas Hernandez, not Celeste Herrera. The similar glasses and the Gap jacket was a throw off I believe he wanted to use for later, but this is a different Celeste. The one on the right is 23 and the one on the left was 14 when she passed. So since we talked about the two Celestes, let's talk about the two Davids. We have David's first ego, David D4VD, and then we have Atami, his alter ego, which literally means pain in Japanese.
I'm really big into anime and I'm really big into manga. And I wanted to make my own manga series at one point. And I was writing a lot of poems and writing a lot of things for it.
And a big part of that manga was an evil version of me named Tommy, which means pain in Japanese. And he wears this blindfold, and he's basically an agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego. And the story of the manga went like I was a detective, and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden. And he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as a detective. So like when I was as a detective, I'd be like solving murders that I'm committing myself. And it was like a cool little story. I didn't think anything would come of it. Like it was in the vault for like months and months and months. And I introduced it for the first time on screen because I had the opportunity with music to kind of explore this idea further with the Romantic Homicide music video. And people were asking so many questions. I was like, yo, this is kind of fire because like nobody would have ever heard of it if it wasn't for this music video. But Tommy was the staple of this music video. You kind of see him throughout the entire thing. He's holding the knife with a bloody thing. You get the girl who's basically like the ghost of the person that he killed. Was his first victim in the manga.
So Tommy is who he allegedly had the funeral for at his concert.
I look back to old songs like Life's a Dream and all these songs I wrote in my closet or my sister's closet in 2022 when I'm looking at my life in the past 8 to 9 months. I'm like, whoa. Like, bro, these songs are soundtracking my life. So I hope I'm not involuntarily doing that, but it might be.
Then we had this repost from David. Me watching her scream after I poured boiling water on her after she told a boy happy birthday because why you happy he made it another year. Then we have plenty of random reposts that's since been deleted. This one says, I lied, I'm jealous of everything, pass me to Draco. This one says what it's like having a toxic girlfriend. This one says when you're dealing with a girl who can go from the sweetest, most caring girl ever to then having the nastiest attitude in a heartbeat, so everything with her is an adventure. This one says me when I go into my notes app to search for my password but accidentally open the most gut-wrenching, emotionally charged paragraph I wrote a week ago. This one says, this is me and my future wife, and if you even care, and of course you see Hello Kitty. This one says, point of view, she leaves you on delivered for 5 minutes. The next one, imagine we were two cannibals in the late 80s who randomly met and then we fell in love and tried to be better and start a life together. Then you passed away and your bones and all. Me, after hearing about her past with other boys, I'm jealous and utterly disgusted by her actions. Me, if I see her talk with other dudes, this person is chopping up meat. Was I too controlling, or did I just want to be respected? Or did I just want reassurance? Or did I just care about you? Or was I just concerned for your safety? Or is it because I love too hard? Or you were just out late drunk? Or I didn't want to see you hurt? Or did I not want to get cheated on again? Just because I care about you doesn't make me controlling. I take a for you even if you were holding the pow-pow. Waiting for someone who's not coming back.
I had a friend whose girlfriend continuously broke his heart and was continuously doing things that he knows that she'll keep doing and he'll keep on having to take her back because that love is so strong. And she'll keep promising and promising and promising that she'll change, but she never changes. And he'll be at the verge of breaking up with her and leaving her.
She was a kid. She was a child. The fuck she's supposed to change?
And he'll be like, okay, maybe I do have this faith that you will change, so I'll stay. Even at my own expense, I'm the one being hurt, I'm the one getting my heart broken. I'll stay because that love I have for you is so strong.
February 19, 2023, on Discord, David says, I like writing gory psychological drama, romantic quote, and a lot of death. Someone says, you're so effing real for that. He says, I love gore. Someone says, gore is what makes something serious real. David says, I use it to desensitize myself. David says, I watch gore to disconnect the part of my brain that feels empathy to the wrong things. Another user says, not gonna lie, some gore videos are funny. Username Andre says, what's the first time you watched gore, David? David said, I saw a cartel unaliving on Reddit when I was 14 years old. Now, we have seen the alleged Celeste wear a ring on her ring finger with David tattooed on the inside of that finger several times. And then this page, which was known to be one of Celeste's ghost pages, Hello Kitty Life Girl, also has a picture of her in front of David and that same ring finger
Same tattoo on the inside. Many people are wondering, where is the investigation? Where are they going with this? Well, the medical examiner has this case still listed as deferred.
Man, he did it. He did it. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a part two. These are her
Okay,
final
people,
moments.
I've got a new update on this David situation.
Oh
And
no,
there's
you know
actually
what? We're gonna do that later. That's just too much. I'm just gonna end with this on why he's not arrested yet.
Remaining U.S. tour dates, including his upcoming LA show. As
This is Cuff Boys.
Used to determine the cause of death. A lot of people are asking, how is this guy not arrested yet? With an investigation like this, the LAPD has to get this right. They can't mess up at all. I have a post from someone who says they're an attorney and they explain how it works. But first, the internet detectives are out again, and look at this screenshot, man. I mean, what the hell? Please adopt me, I need it. Someone comments on David's TikTok. He replies, at 0907, should we? Do you see what's familiar about 0907? Look down here. It's Celeste's birthday. So clearly he was mentioning Celeste's TikTok, asking her, should we adopt this random fan? Like, kind of as a joke, you know what I mean? Isn't that sickening? This is an underage girl he's asking that to. He is straight up asking a child to adopt a child with him. If this is her TikTok, which, I mean, let's be honest, it looks like it's her TikTok, right? The birthday thing. What's the obsession with this birthday situation? Like the uploading of music on her birthday too, like this is all so bizarre to me. Hi guys, I'm an attorney. I do not practice criminal law, but I got an award for criminal procedure, so I like to think I know a thing or two about it. I also practice civil rights law, which has involved lawsuits against the police department for procedural due process violations. That said, I have no practical criminal law experience, only some criminal pro, so I can only speculate on what is routine/common versus what is abnormal. Especially in California, I'm not licensed in California. None of this is legal advice. With this popular of a case, there's a lot of pressure on detectives to get this right. That means being thorough. In order to make an arrest, you have to have probable cause that the crime has been committed. This has to be backed by evidence, which the DA presents to a judge. If there's anything wrong with the evidence, the case can be dismissed. Usually they can bring charges again if evidence is gathered at a later point. But in order to make sure that doesn't happen, each individual piece of evidence must be independently verified. They have to track down the source of each photo, of each message, and ensure that it came from accounts belonging from David or Celeste, and determine that message has not been altered. So what he's saying is, like the Discord messages, text messages, all these texts we've seen, they have to get a search warrant for this shit, like, and verify it's actually Celeste and David. Search warrants take time. This is required for each piece of documentary evidence to be admissible in court, and is used to prove the veracity of evidence. This takes time and
So that's particularly why he hasn't been charged. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, y'all. Please. All right, we gonna stay on this story about David unaliving that 15-year-old, his girlfriend, because they was in a relationship. All right, I'm coming right back with some. I don't know what, but some.